All right, ladies and gentlemen, check this out. Little stiff, a little pair of linesman. I found these in the ceiling at work. I was going back after a contractor that was in there insulating some pipes, and of course he moved the drop ceiling. It was a mess. Got to patch firewalls and everything like that. I get tired of following contractors anymore. Anyways, I found a free pair of pliers. So, gonna loosen them up a little bit. That was carburetor cleaner there. Little WD. See how much rust comes out of them. Oh yeah, look at the rust. Well, at least now they work. Yeah. Let me, I don't even know what brand or anything. Go to the wire wheel and get some of the rust. I'm gonna do a quick video. I don't have the time where I'd put them in some rust, homemade rust remover that I got, but just run them over the wire wheel. I'm gonna blue part of it, and then I'm gonna put handles on them. I'm gonna use that heat shrink tubing. Yeah, let's see what we get. Alright guys, I'm going to use a fiber wheel to get in places where I can't get the rust with the wire wheel. I think this wheel here is 120 grit, I think. And it's a Fuller brand, and you can see the pitting. I'm not taking it on the belt sander to... It's just a good used tool. This is not a Klein or something fancy. I do like Fuller tools. I'm sold on Fuller. Always have liked Fuller tools when I was a kid. It's a Japanese brand. They're actually a really good brand. Their quality is very good. If you run across them, you'll understand. Some of you I know are so big about American tools. Fuller Tools has been around a long time. Turned out pretty nice little tool, I think. I just want to show you don't have to have a lot of tools to clean up some good tools. I'm using a wire wheel on a grinder machine. I'm using a fiber wheel on a little Dremel tool. And then I'm going to clean it with some carburetor cleaner. And then I'm going to blue it. Nothing fancy. And I'm not, you know, this is not a firearm, so it doesn't have to be perfect. This is going back to work with me. It's just good old cheap tool. Well, it's cheap, it's free. Somebody left it in ceiling at one time, and I'm the only one that usually on that wing that goes in the ceiling. So yeah, last time I was up in that ceiling was probably, I don't know, 19 years ago. And this contractor and his helper was there, about 2 months ago. So I figure it was them that left it up there. But it was awful rusty. Man, that thing's smooth now. So, let me get the bluing together. Well, heck, let's just keep the camera rolling. Make a mistake, I make a mistake. Ain't no biggie. Ain't nobody gonna die from it. Come on. Well, yeah, there it goes. I use a artist brush when I blue. You can use cotton if you want, but I use the brush. Just taking bluing. I can't remember who it was, but somebody was saying that the amount of nickel in the metal can affect the bluing. I don't know. This is the way I do it. It seems to work for me, so the bluing gives it a certain amount of protection, let's say. And I will use these. These, like I said, these are going back to work with me. This is my second pair of fullers that I got at work. Yeah, this is taking real good. The color is almost, well, I said it was blue, but it's really more of a black on this metal. And that's another thing I found, metals take color differently. The only thing I got to do is I got to fire up the air compressor because I want to get all the bluing out of the center there. Let it sit for 60 seconds, then take a towel, wipe dry. I'm using, oh, somebody's going to ask. That's the bluing I use. I like the Brownells. You don't have to rinse. The other brand you rinse. I've got the other brand. If somebody might want to see the other brand. Birchwood. I like this stuff. It's not bad. It's just you got to rinse after you blew it, and the Brownells you don't. So I use the Brownells. And I missed a couple spots. Either that or it didn't take. No, I missed them. I'm in a hurry. I got to get this done. So, man, time is killing me anymore. Right now, anyways. Wait for the growing season to end. All right, let me go to the air compressor and blow this pivot out. I'll be right back. I'm glad I went to the air compressor. I'd left it on. Didn't realize it was on. You ever had an air compressor blow up? I had one throw a piston. It was a twin cylinder air compressor. It threw one of the pistons up, exploded, and threw it through the ceiling. I had an air compressor in my old shop. Had it plugged in for around 20 years. It finally gave up the ghost. I'm taking some, I don't know what this is, 2-aught steel wool, something like that. I know this isn't a real good video, guys. I'm sorry, but I am on tight for time. And I wanted to get these done. Now what I'm going to do here is take a little brass brush. You can see the discoloration there. Don't use brass brush for too long. It'll take a lot of the color off real quick. Kind of do it quick. All right, let's get some heat shrink tubing. Oops. I've got the heat shrink. I got two different sizes of heat shrinks. One's 5/8 and the other's 1/2 inch, I believe. Or maybe it's 3/4 and 5/8. I don't remember. Anyways, you can see where the bluing stopped. Try to do it right there. See how that looks. too far up, sorry. All right, now let it sit for a little bit. I gotta make a couple phone calls and come back. I'll cut the ends, and then the very end I'll take on fiber wheel and I'll just trim it up a little bit. All right, little different way of doing things. I got the heat treatment on. Normally I'll coat these and set them outside in the sun and let them set overnight or a couple days if I got time. The problem is I'm going on vacation tomorrow, and I don't have the time. So I am just going to coat these, wipe it off, and call it good. My tools, my rules, that's what I'm doing. I mean, free tool, and some of you, I know, don't like foreign tools, but this is Fuller, so I'm pretty happy to have it. Heck, I'm happy to have a free tool. I don't know about you guys, but there was a day when I was happy just to have any pliers in my hand. I was a kid growing up, we were lucky to have tools. Heaven forbid you break a hammer in the house. You're in deep doo-doo if you broke something. Tools for us always either made us money or save us money, so you didn't abuse your tools. Those of you out there that can throw your tools around and leave them in buckets of water and don't care I'm glad you have that kind of money to throw around. I was taught tools for us were a gift from God. That's how we looked at tools. Well, for those of you that don't work with your hands to make a living, you don't understand it. But those of you, even guys now that do computer work, they have to have tools. Anytime they're taking computer racks down, towers, anything like that, they're taking that stuff apart. A lot of those guys, those techs, we got a guy at the hospital at the techs, he's a tech, computer tech, and he has all kinds of tools just to take computers apart. But there you go. Look at there. Nothing fancy. It's Fuller. Look at the pitting. I mean, obviously it's not going to hurt the tool, and it's not restored by any means. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a restored tool. This is a usable tool. What I mean by usable, there you go. I'll show you a cut wire. Here's stranded wire right here. It cuts stranded wire. It'll cut hard wire. I don't have a problem with it. The jaws, the cutters are in good shape. Overall, my homemade handle, which is heat shrink tubing. Stuff, see, I trimmed it down, I cut it, and then I put it on the fiber wheel and trimmed it up. You can see how thick the heat shrink tubing is. It's actually sometimes thicker than some of your coating that's on some of your pliers. Fits good, feels good in the hand. What is this, 7-inch? Yeah, 7 3/4, 7 3/8, I mean. Good size, nothing super fancy. There's a little bit of rust still coming out in between the pivot there, I see it. I don't know if that's rust or maybe just the oil. Can't tell the model or anything, but it's a Fuller. Like I said, free, found it in the ceiling. Going behind a contractor that was in our building, insulating some pipe. I believe they left it up there. I know it was up there at least 2 months. And they were insulating some pipe. Let's see, it was the heating, cooling loop. So they wrapped about a 1/4 mile of pipe, and I think 4 to 6 inch pipe. They insulated it. But anyways, pretty sure it was them because I found it right where they had the ceiling taken apart in one of the rooms. All right, guys, not a real good video, just a quick wire wheel, Dremel, bluing, heat shrink tubing, and really minimal cost, minimal time. And there you go. I got a good used tool for nothing. And I meant, oh, I didn't know the jaws are in real good shape. I mean, it's not a restored to immaculate, you know, brand new or better than new. It's just good used tool. I better shut up, I'm talking too much. I gotta get, ladies and gentlemen, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Subscribe if you like. I hope this video helps somebody, give an idea, you know, something quick to do. Just find some old tools, bring them back, make them usable again. Y'all have a good day.